Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at floor 13 of the Striker's Rest with an all-hatcher party. And then the element here is wood, so I'll bring all fire monsters. No, that's a lie. I'll bring 2 fire monsters and then 2 light characters. And then gimmicks here are warps and gravity barriers, and then reviving as well. To talk about my team, the first character is Hattori Hanzo, the Ascension version, and he's got both no gravity barrier and no warp. Next I am bringing Ra, Evolution. She has just the no gravity barrier, and she also has Fiend Slayer, which works on the boss of this stage. Next I am bringing Kamui Evolution. He also has the no gravity barrier, no warp. And then finally I'm bringing a Salamander Ascension, and he has no null abilities, but he does have Fiend Slayer L, or maybe it was XL, whichever it is. He has Fiend Slayer, which works on the boss here. Okay, so we have the Moais, which shoot out the warps. We have the bulls, or the buffaloes rather, which shoot out, or which move around and then hit your guys. And then there is the Hatsune Miku looking enemy at the bottom there, used to be at the bottom. And she heals the boss, so we want to get rid of her first. And then there is the boss of Poltergeist up there. And she does have very strong spread attacks, just like in her Extreme Quest. So we do want to take her down as soon as possible. Okay, so there's that crazy Slayer coming into play. I didn't even get a good series of hits on Poltergeist, but that was enough. And yeah, actually the first 2 characters, Hattori Hanzo and Ra, they both have Transcendent forms coming, which will be pretty darn great. But even now, they are usable, so. And then Salamander Ascension has the Breath bump combo, which is pretty strong, but has a short range, so we need to think about his positioning a little bit. Alright, very good. Alright, I would like to grow that heart to gold, so we'll stall a little bit. Maybe take down just one of the buffaloes and then wait for the heart to turn gold. Or maybe not. Alright, we'll just grab the hearts and we'll move on to the next stage, and then hope that the HP works out. Alright, as always, we have the green Smydra. The Smydras come out on the floors of this tower, and if we take them down, then we get the Dream Charl. But I think from floor 11 and up, they don't run away anymore. So yeah, we'll see that this green Smydra has only the 1 attack, which comes out every other turn, and that is a laser, so we don't need to worry about taking them down first. And then also from floors 11 and up, we get Dream Charls from the Luck and Clear chests. So depending on how you wanted to farm for Dream Charls, it could be good to do the floors 11 and up. But I personally played floor number 5 the most. It was pretty easy. I think the only thing you need is Minesweeper, or Minesweeper or Flight. And then there are a good number of Smydras that come out during the quest. So you can get like 6, maybe 6 Dream Charls per run, floor 5. That's my top recommendation. Alright. Alright, here comes the boss. Lots of gravity barriers, so we need to be very careful with how we position Salamander so that we can get the most effect out of him. So here I'm using this partly for damage, Salamander Strike Shot, but more for positioning. The next turn I'll be able to do an up and down attack in between the wall and the boss, so that should work. And then also Salamander's Strike Shot charges up pretty quickly, so I don't mind using it here. Alright, and then we were put to sleep by the boss, and then the way to be woken up from sleep is to either be hit by an enemy's attack or be hit by your teammates. So we'll do that with Kamui. Alright, so Salamander is set up for his next attack, and that was enough to take down the boss, so I think that use of the Strike Shot last turn was pretty useful. Okay, so once again, I would have liked to have made that heart golden, but we got the irregular bound, so we took it instead. But we'll live. And then Ra's Strike Shot is kind of unusual. It's a breath attack, which is kind of similar to Salamander's flame attack. Very short range, and the closer it is, the more damage it does. And I don't think I'm going to use it at all on this stage, on this mission, just because the chance never came up. Okay, I think we're going to continue to stall, so we'll just jump in the warps and hope we don't take down the boss. Okay, and the next turn should do it. Alright, well, there's the heart, but Ra was put to sleep, so we'll take it with Kamui instead. Alright, very good. Alright, and then Salamander has the sword, so he'll get the extra attack. We'll see, though, if we can take advantage of that here. I think what I'm going to do instead is work on his positioning, so we'll position him beneath Poltergeist, where there are no gravity barriers, so next turn he should get in some good damage. And then we'll use Hanzo Strike Shot. It's a speed up. And then he also gets a barrier like Lucy. And so maybe the next 1 or 2 turns he will take no damage. And actually on his turn, this will also ignore damage from mines and damage walls. So if you take into account that he has null gravity barrier and null warp, it becomes like a null everything Strike Shot. So that's something useful and kind of obscure to keep in mind. Not a lot of people know that it ignores damage from damage walls and mines. Okay, so we have Salamander in pretty good position. We'll do an attack on a Poltergeist. Almost 1,000,000 damage, so that's pretty great. And then there is one of Poltergeist's short-range attacks. And then she does have a Rewind Blaster, which we definitely want to avoid. It's very difficult to avoid, though, with your positioning, so it's better just to beat the boss before it comes out. Okay, there's the Fiend Slayer coming into play. And here's the Rewind Blaster. Thankfully we dodged it with a couple of our guys, so it didn't take away too much damage. And this should do it. Alright, awesome. No speed clear, but not a big deal for the Striker's Rest. And that was floor 13 with an all-Hatcher party. Thanks for watching. Take care.